This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, I'm Sabrina Brown. It's great to have you with us. Topping the news tonight, some motorists on Grand Bahama are looking for answers tonight. They say bad gasoline is causing damage to their vehicles. Joan Davis-Roll has the story.
Residents on Grand Bahama are upset. Many, like former police officer Roger Ferguson, are complaining about what they describe as bad gasoline. He says his vehicle has had to be repaired not once, but twice in 2 weeks after it began sputtering, backfiring, and shutting down. Residents say that the contaminated gas reportedly being purchased from various gas stations throughout the island is having an adverse effect on their vehicles.
My vehicle is my livelihood. That's my means of getting around. I'm self-employed, and every other day I have to rent a SD or find some other alternate transportation. Every time I take my car, I have to call someone to pick me up. You know, it's just very frustrating. I can't seem to, I can't function properly in this situation. And it's like it's ongoing. And Focal isn't saying anything. Persons need to band together and come up with a plan to do something. You know, we have a lot of persons who supposed to be community activists. I know some or not all of them would know about this situation. Some of them need to garner some support and come to the fore to try to resolve the situation.
General Manager at Automotive Industrial Distributors AID, Harry Watson, is also reporting record number of vehicles being brought in for fuel-related repairs.
What we have been experiencing is almost a 300% increase of persons coming in, complaining about system failures, mainly fuel, hesitations, and actually to the point of actually shutting down.
What do you attribute to what we see happening now?
I can mention we were introduced to ethanol fuel about 4 years ago. It actually is a 7 to 10% ethanol blend. And our first encounter, right, ethanol being a solvent, our first encounter with this fuel, we saw total fuel system failure. I mean, it was catastrophic, from the tank straight to the injectors. We had all the fuel pumps and so forth. What I'm seeing now, because we've been running on this fuel for 4 years, what I'm seeing now is just the failures just at the injectors, just at the tip of the injectors.
Many motorists say that due to the economic downturn, they are unable to afford repairs. Watson talked about the cost of rectifying the fuel-related problems.
It can be costly if you have a 6-cylinder, based on how difficult it is to remove the fuel rail. Some vehicles is kind of easy, some a little more difficult, but it can run about $250 to have your system clean.
Now, ZNS News visited Focal on Wednesday in search of answers. The gate was open and we proceeded to the office, but we were asked to leave the premises. On Thursday morning, our news team returned. This time, the gate was closed, with a security officer keeping watch. On Thursday afternoon, Freeport Oil executive Stephen Adley confirmed to ZNS News that the company is aware of the situation and is carrying out an investigation. He stated that Focal is currently processing complaints, and by Tuesday of next week, Focal will be contacting residents to have their matter resolved. Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
Scores of frontline workers in the island's tourism sector graduating from the industry's Bahama Host training program. The graduates heard a compelling address from a female cabinet minister who outlined the importance of quality service to the country's tourism market. Natalie Martinborough reports.
There were moments of satire. With skits and poems, graduates were given a reality check of some of the problems facing the tourism industry today.
I can try get some fuel.
You can try get some towels. Me, I ordered towels for over an hour ago.
Yeah, but this in Burger King, you can't order towels.
You know what? You can keep your little cheap Versace bag.
Jesus, she knocked me out the spirit.
Keep it.
Keep it. Miss, if you don't want one Bahamian Royal beat down, you need to get out my store. Leave. Go. Leave. Out my store now. I know why they over sending these old cheap tourists around here. They poor.
Minister of Transport and Aviation, the Honorable Glenys Harner Martin, in a heart-to-heart presentation, told the Bahama House graduates why they should be concerned about the image of the tourism product.
There is no rule that says people must come to the Bahamas. In fact, The competition is heating up in the region, and other Caribbean countries are seeking to position themselves as favored destinations for visitors. That is why it is very important that we take nothing for granted.
She says that is why the graduates, who are frontline workers, can be seen as trustees of the national good, with a responsibility to protect the well-being of the nation's economy.
Tourism is the foundation of our national economy. That means that it is critical to each of us in this country, including those of us who do not work directly in the industry. For us to continue to succeed and have a thriving tourism economy, we must provide a safe, efficient, and hospitable environment for people who visit our country. The beauty of our country must be unmarred, and that was Mr. Hanna's message. And the beauty of our people must be made manifest.
She reminded the graduates that they could find themselves in a competitive situation, but warned that they should always have the national good in the forefront of their minds.
This competition is truly one of the real challenges to how we properly manage our tourism product. We must implement systems of operation at our ports of entry that allow for the orderly and civil delivery of services. There is nothing more disturbing and or disappointing than to see our fellow brothers and sisters engaged in vitriolic confrontation over a job, while a confused, perhaps even shocked visitor watches on. It does not reflect well.
Hence, she says the level of success in the industry will impact the quality of life of virtually everyone and the overall national economic health. Natalie Martinborough, ZNS Network News.
An international film company has its eyes on Grand Bahama. Producers are planning to start filming soon, and this island will figure prominently in the production. As Italia Hall tells us, the film is the latest effort to promote Grand Bahama as a religious tourism center.
Co-chairman of Celebrate Freeport, Pastor Margot Victor, says Fresh Oil Production, in conjunction with Hollis Media Group, will be making a full-length motion picture called Generation Text.
The script for the movie and soon to be released book, Generation Text, has already been changed to reflect scenes in Grand Bahama. The producers have assured us that movie scenes in Grand Bahama will include Bahamas Air, the Grand Bahama International Airport, areas throughout Freeport and the outer laying areas on Grand Bahama, the Grand Lucayan, other hotel properties, Bahamian musicians, dancers, and junk canoe.
Victor believed the initiative will deliver a great economic injection on Grand Bahama. 60 to 100 positions will be created. These positions will include actors, extras, crew, and staff. On Friday, there is an open casting call. All actors, vocal talents are welcomed, authors and book writers. The casting call will take place at the Grand Lucayan Resort Friday, June 7th at 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. The Grand Bahama Port Authority is one of the partners in this exercise. Executive Charles Pratt and Pastor Lenora Sands says Generation Tech seeks to enhance and enlighten a global network of the Texan phenomena that has created so many deaths across the world.
Freeport is in dire need of such help, and the economy certainly will benefit from it. The Steele brothers are so delighted that Freeport has embraced their vision, and as natives of the Bahamas, they wish to convey to the Bahamas that they carry the Bahamas in their hearts and will definitely always share Bahamian talent, Bahamian efforts, and Bahamian goals.
We want to congratulate the coordinators of Celebrate Freeport, the Victors, Pastor Eddie and Margot Victor, for also bringing together and bringing to the island of Grand Bahama a Christian movie and media groups that focus on those type of movies that will help expose the island and its natural talent and unique features to the world.
Executive producer of Generation Text and CEO of Hollis Media Group, Janice Hollis, says the company intends to partner with the island of Grand Bahama.
Whatever other partnerships that we can develop to help the economic impact here in the region, we're just positioned to do that. Whatever is needed, we have the talent to bring to the table, and we're looking forward to being effective partners with this initiative, as well as to highlight some of the local talent here on the island. Sometimes you have people who are so ready, but they don't have the opportunity. And at the casting call on Friday, we're hoping that the best that the island has to offer will join us.
The movie is set to begin filming this fall and will be officially released in the early 2014. Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition. We'll be right back.